Welcome to Most Amazing Facts. In this video we are going to be taking a look at top 12 global warming facts that you need to know right now before it's too late. So, before we get started, don't forget to like the video and make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to never miss new amazing videos. Global warming is one of today's most pressing issues. Global warming affects everything on the planet, whether you want to believe it or not. The Earth is now at its hottest point since its formation. These global warming facts will take you through the fundamentals and projected consequences of global warming if it continues unabated. Number 12. Climate change is not the same as global warming. The term global warming only refers to the rise in global temperatures caused by human activity. Climate change, on the other hand, encompasses both global warming and its consequences. Rising sea levels and changes in established weather systems are examples of this. Other effects include increased desertification, which causes flooding and lower harvests. Something self-explanatory from global warming facts, but still relevant. Number 11. The greenhouse effect occurs naturally. In terms of global warming facts, this is something that needs to be clarified. The average temperature on Earth would be below zero if the greenhouse effect did not exist. When heat from the sun is not reflected back to space from the surface, it works. Greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, on the other hand, absorb and retain heat. This is similar to how the walls and ceiling of a greenhouse keep heat inside the building, hence the name. Carbon dioxide, methane, and even water vapor are examples of greenhouse gases. All of these gases can be found in the atmosphere. Only the significant increase in their levels caused by human activity traps these gases and heat in the atmosphere, causing global warming. Number 10. The primary source of excess greenhouse gases is fossil fuels. When we burn fossil fuels, carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere, which is the most common of all greenhouse gases. It is, however, not the only source. Another major source is rotting plant matter and animal waste from farm activities. Methane is the resulting greenhouse gas in this case. It is less common than carbon dioxide, but it is 84% more powerful as a greenhouse gas. Number 9. Warmer ocean water has the potential to release frozen methane into the atmosphere. This is a particularly perilous consequence of global warming. Scientists have even referred to it as a ticking time bomb. Methane can become trapped within ice crystals known as clathorate hydrates. They are particularly common near ice caps. These crystals contain a significant amount of methane. When they melt, the methane will escape into the atmosphere via the water. One of the more concerning global warming facts. Number 8. Tsunamis can be caused by melting ice. This is due to ice crystals known as clathorate hydrates reaching deep into the ocean floor. They will take up a lot of space once they melt. The space will then be filled by the surrounding earth, resulting in local earthquakes. This, in turn, will cause enough disturbance in the surrounding water to cause a tsunami. Number 7. Over the last 2 decades, sea levels have risen by at least 3 millimeters per year. Worse, the annual increase is expected to rise in the future. Scientists predict that sea levels will rise by 61 to 110 centimeters during the 21st century. Antarctic meltwater will account for 90% of this water. Number 6. Rising sea levels have the potential to wipe out entire nations and cities. This isn't quite as dramatic as it sounds, but it's still awful. Entire island nations, such as the Maldives, may vanish. Shanghai, Venice, and even New York are among the cities at risk of being submerged. Entire coastlines will vanish, as seen in low-lying Asian countries like Bangladesh and Europe's Netherlands. If you haven't already been disturbed by these global warming facts, you will be now. Number 5. Melting ice caps have greater consequences than rising sea levels. This is due to the fact that the ice caps are all frozen fresh water. The ocean currents will be affected by the sudden influx of so much fresh water into the oceans. These currents are affected by the rise and fall of cold and warm water. When compared to fresh water, salt water rises and falls at a different rate. The current balance that drives the currents is disrupted as fresh water is added. A new balance will emerge, but it will take some time because there will be no currents. This will have a significant impact on the climate, particularly in Europe and North America. Both rely on the Atlantic Gulf Stream to keep their temperatures stable. If the Gulf Stream disappears, summers will become hotter and winters will become colder. Number 4. Global warming has the potential to make the oceans acidic. Even minor changes in the ocean's pH levels can devastate the ecosystem. Carbonic acid is formed when carbon dioxide from the atmosphere is absorbed by ocean water. While not a particularly potent acid, it is sufficient to kill and dissolve coral. That is bad enough, considering coral reefs are important habitats for marine life. Acidic ocean water affects shellfish and fish outside of their natural habitat. This could result in reduced fish stocks or even marine extinctions. The former would have an impact on humans because a major food source on which they rely would be harmed. Number 3. Solving global warming has been compared to a prisoner's dilemma. A prisoner's dilemma occurs when two people refuse to cooperate despite having mutual interests. When it comes to global warming, every country wants to put a stop to it. Despite this, many countries are unwilling to bear the costs of transitioning to a green economy. This creates a situation in which someone will lose in either case. Transitioning to a green economy will harm economies. However, if a switch is not flipped, global warming will worsen. Number 2. A 2 degrees Celsius increase in average temperatures could trigger a hothouse Earth. The global temperature is expected to rise by 2 degrees Celsius compared to pre-industrial average temperatures. The Earth is currently in a hothouse state. There are no glaciers on hothouse Earth, and the temperature at the poles is at least 0 degrees Celsius, with the equator reaching 28 degrees Celsius. Scientists estimate that the Earth has been in a hothouse state for 85% of its history. The distinction is that that time period had natural causes. Instead, human activity will be to blame for the possible hothouse Earth of the future. Number 1. The Earth's climate will take centuries to recover. This is referred to as climate inertia. The atmosphere is already too warm, and there are far too many greenhouse gases in it. It will take time for the temperature to drop and all of the greenhouse gases to naturally dissipate. Consider the time between pressing the brakes and the car coming to a complete stop. With a lot of hope and action, global warming should stop while the climate stabilizes. We simply need to stop emitting more greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. We must also stop undermining the Earth's ability to regulate its temperature. If we don't, global warming will continue and the climate will change, possibly for the worse. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. That was top 12 global warming facts that you need to know right now before it's too late. So, we want to know from you guys in the comments, what you're thinking. If you liked this video, clicking the like button is all you got to do, it really helps us out. And if you're new, consider subscribing, maybe hit that notification bell. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.